For a few months, I thought I was insane or maybe an idiot. Here's why. My name is Victor, and I think I'm having fun. First, I want to apologize. These essays are written quickly, and I don't want to make them boring, so sometimes I'm going to tell you things that probably I shouldn't say out loud, but here we go. I first began to suspect I might be crazy after my last serious relationship ended in a Facebook blow-up. I mean, I'm not the type of person to put personal things on Facebook, and so I was really confused as to how I ended up with somebody who wanted to take our relationship and then blow it up on Facebook. I don't know how I got to that point. I was distraught, so I went to a therapist. When I got to the therapist's office for the very first time, I was filling out the paperwork, and then the receptionist came out from around her desk, and she was like, "Hey, I just Googled you. I saw that you directed a movie with Kristen Schaal." That's true, I did do that. Then she was like, "Hey, would you mind asking Kristen Schaal to call my daughter and leave a message because my daughter loves Kristen Schaal so much?" And I felt incredibly violated because I was supposed to be in like this safe space. So I was like, no, I won't call her. And I think you should get away from me right now. Then like her demeanor changed and she was just like, "Hey, please don't tell on me." I never told on her, but I also didn't tell her that I wasn't going to tell on her. I just left her to wonder, which I think is fair. So at this point, I'm distraught. I don't feel safe in therapy. So I turned to the internet to self-diagnose. I know that was a mistake. Here are the things that I thought were wrong with me. Number 1, I thought I might have expressive aphasia. Now, expressive aphasia is when your brain tells you you're saying one thing, but you're actually saying another. Like the worst case that I've ever found was this guy who says tono tono instead of saying anything else.
Now tell me, why is it that you're moving actually?
Tono.
Like, from his point of view, he's having a normal conversation, but everyone else just hears him saying tono tono. He's like a living Pokemon. I thought I had the less severe version of expressive aphasia, which is the version where you can be saying complete sentences, but they don't quite make sense.
What are you doing today?
We stayed with the water over here at the moment and talk with the people for them over there. They're diving for them at the moment. They'll save in the moment. He'll have water very soon for him, with luck.
And like, if all of your friends were really polite, you would never know you had it. I was also scared that I had Dunning-Kruger syndrome. Dunning-Kruger syndrome is a syndrome where someone is so dumb that they don't recognize that they're dumb and they think that they're a genius. It's different than just not being intelligent, because there's plenty of people who are not intelligent but recognize that they're not that smart. People who suffer from Dunning-Kruger syndrome are so unintelligent they cannot recognize their own incompetence, so they come to the false conclusion that they have none. The worst thing is that if you suffer from this, you wouldn't know it. The worst case of Dunning-Kruger syndrome was a man who was named MacArthur Wheeler. At one point, he was like, "Hey, I'm a genius. They use lemon juice and invisible ink. I'll just rub lemon juice on my face and I'll go rob some banks." That's what he did. He robbed a couple of banks and he was caught immediately, and he couldn't understand how he got caught until after they showed him a videotape of himself robbing the banks where he was clearly visible. For a while, I was sure I had this. I can't even say if I don't suffer from any of these afflictions, because how would I know?